here, especially who are not patients, and you may be patients at other chiropractors' offices, or you may have been to a chiropractor before, you may know chiropractors. I don't know how many of them, read that or talk about that. It's a different understanding. I'm not saying, again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody. It's just that sometimes people need things done a little differently. Sometimes people need a little more specialization. Sometimes a little more detail in certain cases. Some people are doing good with what they're doing, and if anybody here is, then you know what? Keep doing what you're doing. But if you think you might be somebody sitting here who could possibly have this problem, or could possibly at least find out if you do, and see if it's something we can help you with, I'd be more than happy to help. Okay? The only way to know is to get checked. Now, I wanted to move into this. We're going to kind of wrap it up here, but a lot of times I get this a lot where we do a talk and then people start thinking of their Aunt Jackie and their cousin Joe, and all these people start coming in their head. I wonder. And people will even come up and say, you think you can help this, think you can help that? Well, I'm just going to let you know right now, the only answer I can give you is I don't know. And the only way to know is to have them get checked. And so what we did was we put around sheets on the table, and if someone doesn't have one, we'll get you one. Part of the sheet is to please let me know if you learned anything, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you have any suggestions for me, because I'm very open to suggestions. But also, if there's somebody that you're thinking of, you can put them down on there. Now here's the thing to know about that. Number one, they could be in California. They don't have to be here. We'll find them somebody who could check them, who has the training like I have, wherever they live. We'll do what it takes to do that, to get them checked. So it doesn't have to be someone who lives, down the block. Okay? So please know that. So, really it could be anybody who takes drugs on a regular basis, or is getting worse, or is facing a surgery, or there's some kind of problem there that they might be able to benefit from. That's kind of who you'd write down, who you'd put. Okay, so if you would just please take a moment to do that. The pens that we have for you, of course, they're yours. But if you could please, return the sheet or leave the sheet, or we'll come collect it when you finish. But just take a moment for that. The other thing is, and it does say that up here, a little bit about it. The other thing I want to mention while you're writing is anybody here who is maybe thinking, can this be for me, or is this what I've been looking for? Again, the only way to know is to get checked. Normally the first visit, we get into a complete thorough consultation and examination, and that costs $175 or more in certain cases. And of course, what we're willing to do is anybody who wants to can make an appointment tonight, and it's only $20. It's like just about free. So we'll be here, after we finish questions and such, to be able to do that. We have some appointments set aside. I think we have about 10 appointments or so set aside for people. So if anybody wants to take advantage of that, make sure before you leave you do come up and let us know, and we'll get you an appointment. We'll do what we can to get you checked on there. Okay. And then lastly, at first here, I do want to have some patients who want to say something, and I didn't make anybody say anything. I didn't tell them what to say. So I mean, if nobody wants to say anything, they don't have to. If somebody does, that would be great too. The idea is this: there are some people probably sitting here, and even if they were brought in by a patient, which everybody pretty much was brought from someone, it's still nice to hear from somebody